Welcome back to Viper Trades, and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be discussing Bitcoin, which has swept this 78k level right here and is bouncing. We're going to be discussing Ethereum as well, which is bouncing from its higher time frame support level as well. And we're also going to discuss Solana, which is also bouncing from its higher time frame support level. But before we get into this, let's just discuss the CPI inflation rates. The forecast for this month is 2.9%. So essentially, if it does come out as 2.9%, that will be neutral for the markets, and we shouldn't expect that much volatility. But anything above or anything below, we should be expecting volatility. And anything above is deemed bearish, or should I say significantly above, and that would be deemed bearish, and we should see price go down from there. And anything below will be bullish, because this means that rates may be cut, which will be bullish for the overall market. And above, interest rates will be higher for longer, which won't be good for the markets. And also, guys, another thing to keep an eye out for is the next Fed meeting, which is going to take place next week on the 19th at 6 p.m. GMT. And the CPI inflation data is at 12:30 p.m. GMT. So yeah, just under 12 hours from now. And as I have discussed many times, guys, as you can see here, we are still above this 200 weekly moving average heat map. Of course, we have support here at around $44,000. So that is something to keep an eye out for. Whether we go up first or come straight to that level is yet to be known. Of course, can't predict the markets, but we can only take what we see from the charts, which I will show you later. And also, as you can see, guys, a lot more coins are starting to bounce into the strong or overbought area based off of Bitcoin's recent move, and a lot of them are moving into the neutral area. However, guys, as you can see on the day, altcoins are finally green. Of course, a lot of you guys I know are down 50, 60, 70, 80%, even 90% on your altcoins. And yeah, I know you're all cheering this 10, 20, 30% day, but there's still a long way to go. And I'll be letting you guys know what I expect for altcoins in the next few weeks to months as well. So let's get straight into it. So if you look at the Bitcoin chart, guys, as I've told you many times, on the weekly, price is still holding. So essentially, what we don't want is to lose this weekly level here if we are really bullish. I do feel like if we lose this weekly level here, and as I've mentioned many times, that is 2 or more consecutive weekly closes below this EMA cloud. And if we do lose it and we fail to reclaim it quickly, like this, I do believe we should see much lower prices for Bitcoin. And the thing is, if it fails to reclaim and it comes into this level here, I do believe we might see a drop range and new range form at around 60 to 80k for the next few months, at least until the end of 2025, I believe. However, should we come into this level and reclaim 80k like this, I do believe we should see all-time highs very soon for Bitcoin. But right now, as you can see, guys, Bitcoin has been struggling a bit. And if you go on the lower time frame, if you just go on the 4 hour here, as you can see, price is pretty much about to retest this resistance here at around 83, 84k. So unless we can surpass this level, I don't think Bitcoin is going anywhere just yet. And I do believe if you do see weakness on the low time frame here, it can provide a good short for Bitcoin in the near term for us to go into this level here and into this level here at 70k, and maybe look for a bounce back up and reclaim that 78k level there. However, guys, with data coming out tomorrow and next week, it's not something I'm looking to play. A lot of people will get squeezed out on the long side and the short side too. So it's something to keep an eye on. Of course, Skep in our group has been killing it with his trades recently. So all eyes on him, and I'm just going to look out for what he says and what he predicts, and I'll be taking all his scalps, long or short. He's been killing it recently, so very well done to Skep. So yeah, essentially this is what we're looking for. Either reject 83, 84k, or break above with volume, reclaim that level, and what you want to do is buy at 84k, and you'll be targeting 93, 94k as your next target. So essentially that is what I'm looking for Bitcoin. And if you look at Ethereum on the other hand, of course, it has bounced from this level here at around 1760. 1800. However, Ethereum compared to Bitcoin on the weekly is looking very weak. And I don't know for Ethereum right now. I don't know. Of course, you've got all this air down here. If we do go down, so if we do go down, it's looking like Ethereum will drop another 13% to 1,500, and they can also drop another 38% to around $1,000 should Bitcoin remain weak. And if we look at Solana as well, as you can see on the weekly, Solana lost that level, and this was the level to hold at around 160. However, Solana lost that level. However, it is holding right now. It is holding that support level. And again, if it loses it, we can see another 27% drop to around $80 for Solana. But as long as it holds this level, I don't see any reason to be overly bearish right now. Of course, you're looking for that weekly fills below this level here, and then you'll target the lower end. And of course, lower than that for Solana, and you'll be looking at around $20 to $40 again. But at the moment, I'm trying to remain optimistic on the market. Of course, it's not looking too great right now with Bitcoin testing resistance. And another problem is Bitcoin dominance. So, of course, I did want Bitcoin dominance to reject at this level here. However, it hasn't done so right now, and it looks like it's about to fill the wick at 64%. So, if that happens, guys, then altcoins are looking like they're going to bleed another 20, 30, 40%. Some of them, the good ones, I do believe will bleed only 10%. However, this won't be good either for Ethereum or Solana. And this move right here, as you can see, this move that has been happening has been explaining the weakness for altcoins, including Ethereum and Solana. So Bitcoin dominance essentially means that Bitcoin is outperforming the rest of the market. Bitcoin has been dominating versus all the other coins. Of course, you do get some outliers, but mainly Bitcoin has been dominating. And you can see, guys, for the past year or so, Bitcoin has been very dominant. And this is very reflective in the price action of Ethereum, for example. Ethereum has failed to make new all-time highs despite Bitcoin making new all-time highs. You can see some other coins here. So you've got Tau as well, failing to make new highs with Bitcoin making new all-time highs. And if I pick another one, for example, so I've got Wu here. Again, very bearish. As you can see in the past year, since Bitcoin dominance has been going up, Wu has barely budged. Of course, it's starting to lose this level here at around 10 cents, which is not great, especially it being the lowest level for a very long time. And a lot of altcoins are looking like this at the moment. Of course, you've got Cat here as well, which has retraced the whole move. And you've got LDO as well, which has looked like absolute garbage for the past few weeks. So guys, Bitcoin dominance again looking like it's going to 64%, and this won't be good for the market overall, especially if Bitcoin just consolidates or Bitcoin goes down. So that will see more blood for altcoins. And at the moment, I know a lot of people are debating whether we are in a bear market. And as I mentioned to you guys many times, as long as we remain above this weekly EMA cloud, we are not in a bear market. And if you also take a look at SPX, it is currently losing that level. However, it's got another week to reclaim it. Should it reclaim it, then we can resume upwards. However, guys, another week of this, and I do believe that will confirm bear market, and SPX should retest that 5,000 level here. So that is again something to look out for in the near term. That rejection is not looking great at the moment. Of course, a lot of people were expecting a relief bounce, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. So this is the level you're looking for SPX should we reject here. And of course, Bitcoin right now hasn't been reflective of this. It is still holding, but we might see similar price action. We just have to see what these CPI numbers are saying. And then Bitcoin, of course, as I mentioned many times, that support is at 64 to 70K. So, guys, exciting times ahead, I guess. And a scenario that I can see right now is for us just chopping endlessly until the end of the year. And this is where a lot of people drop, or a lot of people blow their accounts, and then we just move up to all-time highs at 140K, which I've mentioned many times is a level to look out for. And if you tuned into my video yesterday, you would know why I mentioned that this 140K level is so significant. And sorry guys, my video 2 days ago, I didn't realize we were in the next day already. And that's essentially what I'm looking out for Bitcoin, guys. So let's see if we can hold here and just shoot up back into that 93k level right there, 93 to 95k. And I haven't mentioned it already. Today, I've mentioned it many times, but not today. But this will prove strong resistance as well. And until we flip this level, we are not going anywhere. And I do believe that 93 to 95k level would be very, very strong resistance. And should you see a breakdown on the lower time frame, that should give you enough confirmation to short back down to this 83k level. But essentially, guys, on the high time frame, it is not a bad time to start accumulating Bitcoin. I do think is a decent time. Of course, what you don't want to do is worry about a 20, 30, 40% drop. Of course, think in years, not in weeks or months. You can see here, we had all this drop here from 53k to 69k to 48k. And if you just bought here and held, you would have just doubled your money just like that. Just by holding from August to December, you would have more than doubled your money. And I do feel like you would reap the same rewards. Not financial advice, of course, if you just buy and hold and dollar cost average your entries. So again, if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for the latest buying opportunities and market updates. And I'll catch you all in the next video.